I watched Jaws
Hot as
yesterday.
hell.
I watched it yesterday too.
Wow.
It's the 50th anniversary last week, so I thought I'd pop it in. I love the movie.
I hadn't seen Jaws in a long time, maybe over 20 years. This is the first Jaws. My gosh, that's a good movie. So many of today's movies, I'm like, they should have left 40 minutes of this on the cutting room floor. This is absolute bullshit. Deadpool 2 has a 10-minute story. What the fuck are we doing here? That movie sucks so fucking bad. Jaws, every single scene contributes to the story. Every single scene, every character is pretty good. Even the mayor, who was putting like the economic needs of the city in the July 4th week. I'm from a beach town, not unlike the one in Jaws. And like the economic importance of July 4th weekend is huge. It is Christmas for a beach town. So for them to just cancel Christmas this year, you don't do that without thinking twice. And the mayor, who maybe you might look at as some sort of like bumbling asshole who's putting lives at risk, is like trying to weigh the pros and cons of doing this. There was just one shark attack that we don't even know. No,
he's only wrong because of the contrivance of the rogue shark. You need normally the shark would be like, that boy tasted like shit. I'm leaving. Or the girl is what he ate first. But this is the theory of the rogue shark, which is bullshit, that he's got a taste for human blood. He won't leave his feeding ground until he's driven out, until the food is exhausted. And the scariest scene, the scariest scene is when they're in that retaining pond, and you think that the danger is on the beach, but it's back there in that retaining pond where the Boy Scouts are swimming or training or whatever. And then there's that one scene where the guy's getting pulled into the boat, and the shark comes, and you just see the side of its mouth as it glides by and gets him. That to me is the scariest moment in the whole movie. I was even yesterday, I was just like, fuck. Get your legs in. I'm pulling my legs up on the couch.
The scariest part for me was the first attack. The girl is something about it being nighttime. If people don't remember the opening scene of Jaws, there's a party. I think they're girlfriend and boyfriend. If they're not girlfriend, boyfriend, then they're freshly minted boyfriend, girlfriend, because she invites him to go skinny dipping. He's too drunk. He never makes his way into the water, and she gets pulled under. So there's some sort of question about what really happened here. They find the body, and they're only pretty sure it's a shark attack, if I recall correctly. An expert comes in, starts talking about the bite radius, and they know that it's some kind of shark, but not what kind. Anyway, her getting pulled down, not knowing what it is. She's a good swimmer. She pulls herself back up. She's not really sure what just happened to her. That sort of thing, I put myself in this situation. I'm like, that's the worst. Something about the nighttime, the inability to see all this happening in darkness, getting pulled down. It's worse for me than, say, the way, I think his name is Quint, the sort of rusty old salt, who gets eaten by the shark as he's biting the deck of the boat. There's no mystery there. I see exactly what's happening. All right, this will be over in a little bit. But her, it was more drawn out, and there was more unknown, which makes it scary.
That's the prettiest shot in the whole movie to me, when the camera's on the beach looking out at the ocean, and the moonlight is glistening on 1,000 microwaves out across the flat water, and it just looks like tinsel, or Christmas lights. Just all the water has these little microwaves, and at the crests of them, they're reflecting the moonlight just right, and it's beautiful. And then something about her performance is really good. She sounds like she's drowning. You can hear her get a gulp of water. She's
terrified. Yeah.
Yes, she's scared, and she's got a little water in her throat, and she's still trying to scream.
She did great. On the other hand, so I'm a water guy, and I'm watching some of these scenes filmed, and the sea state changes 3 times. I'm like, this is days apart. This isn't morning and afternoon. What the... Is anyone else seeing this? If I filmed a scene and they inexplicably change from the sand to the grass to the hills, everyone would be like, what are you doing? That's how obvious the sea state changes are to my eyes. And I'm like, Jaws, you can't do that. This is Baywatch bullshit. But it was a really troubled production because the shark didn't work. And Spielberg always says, filming on the water is 3 times as hard as filming on land. They had so many issues that the shark was a ridiculous piece of machinery. It's a big thing. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I watched the whole. There's a documentary on Shudder about the 50th anniversary of Jaws. I watched that. And then I watched another documentary about shark exploitation. So they delve into it a little bit there. They do a lot of like interviews with the cast and stuff. They talk about
in real life. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if it still exists in real life.
Oh yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times. It's a part of an attraction at Universal Studios in California.
Oh, I know that, but I didn't think that was the original one.
Yeah, that's the one. And they took that prop and they put it at Universal Studios, and like they surprise all the tourists like me, and the shark comes out of the water and kind of splashes at you, and there's an audio effect to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And the first time you're like, oh, and then like the audience is big enough that it like surprises them in 3 different sections. And I'm like, people in section 2 and 3 are not getting the full experience. They've seen it 1 or 2 times already, and they just get a chance to see it up close.
Yeah, that's great. And then Quint's speech is also probably my second favorite moment of the whole movie, when he lays out what happened to the USS Indianapolis. They were delivering some uranium, I think, for the bomb for Japan. And then on their way back, they got torpedoed. They went in the water with, I don't remember the numbers, but I think they went in the water with like 700, 900 men, and they only came back out with like 300. And the vast majority were eaten by sharks as they bobbed in the water waiting on help.
I wonder how true the story is. I know it's a true story that it went down and that there were shark attacks, but I'm like, hundreds of people? Like, are there that many sharks? Are they that hungry? Like, it seems like a lot of them might drown.
Mm-hmm. They were in life vests, and a lot of them were hurt really bad and burned specifically really bad. And there's like an oil slick on the water that a lot of them were really badly injured, and I think they were bleeding. And eventually, I think they'll just keep probing you until they decide that you really can't hurt them, and they'll eat you. That would be terrifying to be floating out in that water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that at all. I definitely have thalassophobia. When I see those videos of just how deep and enormous the ocean is, it's terrifying to me.
That's not a phobia. That's just an understanding of danger. Like that, a deep sea with beasts swimming about. Yeah, that's
totally a phobia. It's not that dangerous. People don't get eaten by sharks.
You don't get it. It's fucking scary.
It's super rare. It doesn't happen much. I know you guys remember that video from like 2 years ago where you watched the guy get eaten alive. Like he's out there trying. It's like the scene from Jaws. He's like,
dude, I saw a video of a Mexican guy get chomped by a crocodile in a river like a year ago, and it was exactly what you would expect. Just the brutality of a croc, just dangerous. Boom, spin.
Like, I don't know. Crocodile Hunter made it seem like if you just kept a cool attitude, they'd leave you alone, you know? And then I'm deathly afraid of these things. I feel like they can teleport 30 feet and get me. You know, like they're very quick over short distance.
Crocodile attacks result in 1,000 deaths per year globally. That's awfully high.
And you always have to,
I bet I'm guessing that sharks is like 25.
You have to parse that out a little bit, because sometimes you'll see like a death count, and it turns out like 99.9% of it is in India. They're almost like teasing the crocodiles.
No, it breaks it down here. I guess the Nile crocodiles Nile crocodiles are a big problem. Apparently, they kill 275 to 750 people per year alone, and then 63% of attacks are fatal.
63% of attacks are fatal. That's not a good survival rate.
No,
I think they take you. I know that they take you down and do that death roll thing, and they try to drown / tenderize you under the water. I think
that's what they do. They're not chewers; those guys, they're swallowers. So they got to tear bits off.
They're inspired by lathe videos.
They really are. You see, if you've seen a crocodile video, you've basically seen a Chinese guy in a fucking factory video.
Industrial lathe, yeah.